that a beautiful city, or is that a beautiful city?
Oh, that's a beautiful city. George, they can't find the bag.
They lost our luggage.
Flight 543.
Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis are the out-of-towners in Neil Simon's outrageous comedy about New York City.
Hold it.
Huh? What's wrong?
Put your hands up.
Oh, my God!
Against that wall. And just don't make a sound.
When they take you for an out-of-towner, they really take you.
You mean to tell me that I was mugged while I was sleeping?
You're not telling me you didn't hold the room for me.
Man, move it!
Oh, my God, we're being kidnapped.
I'm a business executive from Ohio.
Folks.
Look, I've got no place to sleep. I've got no money. I want to know what the city intends to do about this.
What we need now is hope and courage.
We don't surrender. You hear that, New York? We don't quit. Now, how do you like that? You go ahead and you can rob me and starve me and break my teeth and my wife's ankles. I'm not leaving.
Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and coming at you with another movie review. And this review is going to be on The Out-of-Towners, which was released in 1970, and the film stars Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis. And the film was written by Neil Simon. Of course, Neil Simon would create The Odd Couple. You know, it was a Broadway show, which was then turned into a movie and a TV show, which I do have the movie on VHS, which got to give that a watch. And he also created Biloxi Blues, Brighton Beach Memoirs, The Goodbye Girl. But The Out-of-Towners, this is a film that I have heard of and heard how funny the film is, and just got done watching the film, and I enjoyed it. It's a classic film, and you know, it captures the grittiness of how New York looked back in that time. But basically what the film is about is it follows George and Gwen Kellerman, played by Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis. They're from Ohio. Jack Lemmon's character, George, ends up getting this job promotion in New York City. So the both of them end up traveling to go to New York City. Jack Lemmon ends up taking the offer for this job promotion. And when they get on the plane to go to New York City, everything goes to hell for them. Like, their plane can't land in New York because of bad weather, so they end up landing in Boston. And so when they end up getting to Boston, their luggage ends up going missing, and right from there, everything continues to get worse for them. Like, they end up missing a train that's going to New York. So they end up getting on another train that is going to New York, but the train, you know, it's overcrowded, and they haven't eaten. Both Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis' characters did not eat when they were on the plane, and so the train had a dining car, and once they finally get a table, they find out that the only food on the train are peanut butter sandwiches, olives, and crackers, and there is nothing to drink on there besides water and clam juice. So yeah, it just continues to get worse and worse for them. So they end up getting to New York. They end up checking into a hotel named the Waldorf Astoria, and they find out that there is this strike that's happening. There's no sanitation workers. There are no subway bus drivers or taxi cab drivers. So they end up going to the hotel on foot. So they end up arriving to the hotel. It was downpour downpouring on Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis characters. So they get to the hotel. They have a hotel reservation guaranteed for an arrival at 10 p.m. But when they arrive, it's nearly 3 a.m. And so Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis, they end up seeing this man in, I guess, the hotel lobby that says, "Oh, I know of a hotel room, but it's very small." But this guy ends up being a robber. So Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis end up getting robbed by gunpoint by this guy that takes their money, runs off. So pretty much, like I said, it just gets worse and worse and worse for Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis's characters. So pretty much that's basically, what the plot to the film is about. But the one problem that I had with this film is Jack Lemmon's character of George. I found this character to be extremely irritating, annoying, because when nothing goes right, Jack Lemmon is like, "Oh, well, what's your name?" So he takes out a pen, puts their names on a paper, and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you." And he's like, "Oh, you'll be getting a lawsuit." That's all that Jack Lemmon's character does in this film, is complain, complain, complain. He's like a Karen, as we call it nowadays. But aside from Jack Lemmon's character being, annoying and irritating, the film is, really good. It's funny. Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis have good chemistry together. I think Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis were perfectly cast for this film. Sandy Dennis, I thought she did a really good job in her role as Gwen. Sandy Dennis, there's another film that I want to check out that she's in called Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, which has the late great Elizabeth Taylor in it. She was also in that film. But you get a lot of, funny things, happen in the film, from, the peanut butter sandwiches and the olives and crackers that they could only eat on the train while going to New York. They end up going to the police station to report the guy robbing them at gunpoint. And they end up getting holed up in a robbery, a high-speed liquor store robbery. And then they end up sleeping in Central Park. Sandy Dennis spots a person with a black jacket and a hat. And the next day, she ends up telling Jack Lemmon that, I gave you a watch to this person because he had a knife. And, right from there, they end up eating Cracker Jacks. And there's this dog that goes after them for the Cracker Jacks. So the dog ends up taking it. They chase after the dog. And, they see the box all teared up. And so they just eat what's left that's in the Cracker Jack box. And what's funny was Jack Lemmon's character eats the Cracker Jacks, and he ends up chipping his front tooth, which I thought was very funny. And, just everything else that happened, where Jack Lemmon's character in one scene stands on a manhole, and the manhole ends up exploding, which, a little bit of trivia. Jack Lemmon was almost killed by that manhole. Like, if the manhole would have hit Jack Lemmon, he would have died there. Because you know how heavy and big those manholes look in the street? But still, he was injured when the manhole bounced back on the ground, and he managed to stay in character. But thank God it didn't end, a disaster for Jack Lemmon if that manhole ended up hitting him. But you also have, some other well-known actors in the film. You have Anne Mara, Ben Stiller's mother, in the film in one scene where she ends up going to the police where Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis are reporting the robbery when they were robbed at gunpoint. And she ends up saying, you know, my purse was robbed. So she's in that one scene, you know, and Mara, may she rest in peace. And you also have Billy D. Williams, way before he was Lando Calrissian in Star Wars, where he ends up playing a guy that works in the Boston airport in Lost and Found. So it's good to see a young Billy D. Williams here. But overall, The Out-of-Towners, good movie, classic. Yeah, I have it on VHS here. There's the photo still from the film where Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis are eating the Cracker Jacks in Central Park. That was when Jack Lemmon's character ended up chipping his tooth. But definitely check out The Out-of-Towners. You know, aside from Jack Lemmon's character of George, you know, being irritating and annoying, a Karen, you know, it's still a good movie. It's funny. So definitely give it a watch. I know that they remade this in 1999 with Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn, which I heard is very mediocre. But check out The Out-of-Towners. I'll show the tape here. Love these old Paramount VHSs here with the label and the end label like that. Yeah. The Out-of-Towners, good movie, classic. But anyway, that's it for my review of The Out-of-Towners. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoy this review. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and until next video, I'll see you all later.